Hi, welcome to Nenny's Country Treasures. If you're new here, I am Joanna, and I am glad you stopped by. I like to DIY and sew on a budget. Let's get to crafting. Okay, so here we go. I have a pack of the wooden dominoes toys, 2 little mini Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree. All this came from the Dollar Tree except that one big block, and that's from an original game that I had gotten at auction. I have gloves from the Dollar Tree and socks, which I did not use, but anyways, I'm going to cut a finger off of this glove because I thought that would make a cute little hat. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stretch it over this little block, and make sure when you're doing this, you want the wood part of the block. I painted both sides of the domino, but I want the wood part of the domino to work with, not the slick one, so the paint don't chip off. But anyway, now I'm going to take the gloves apart, and I am going to cut a strip of the glove itself to use as the scarf. So I'm going to tack the hat down on the front and the back. And then I am going to, these are pom-poms from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use one of those to put on top of the hat, but first I am going to draw my face on. I thought that I could do these pretty easy, but you'll see in a little bit what I'm talking about. I'll refresh your memory for you. But anyways, I draw them on, and then I take a Sharpie marker, and make sure your paint is totally dry before you do this, and set, because it will ruin a marker quickly. But anyway, I just use my little Sharpies, and I draw the face on, and it's easy. And then for the nose, I'm going to take the orange Sharpie, and I just squiggle back and forth, filling it in and then going to a point. That's the easiest way for me to do a nose, and it looks really, really cute. Now I'm going to take some pink paint and the end of a paintbrush and just put some little rosy cheeks on there. And now I am going to attach the scarf. And to do that, I'm just going to start in the middle and place that on the back, and then tie it around. And then I will tack that down with glue in the back and around the front. And then I'm going to tack down the fold over part to make sure that it stays down as well. Then I thought the face was not dark enough, so I used a paint marker. Wasn't a bad idea, but it should have been a thinner paint marker. Now it looks like a kindergartner did it, but oh well. So I'm going to take this twine that I got from a set of DIY ornaments, and I'm just going to take a big-eyed needle and run it through there, and then tie it, and then glue my ball on top, and it is done at this point. And for this one, I'm going to show you another way. You do not have to use a glove. You can use ribbon or fabric at this point. You can do the fabric the same way. And I just fold it over to make sure I have a piece that's going to fit. Then I am going to take and glue this to the little what is this thing? Domino. I forgot, sorry. I'm going to glue it around and make sure that it's secure. Then I'm going to take a piece of dental floss, and I'm going to tie this around the top to close the hat and make a hat topper. Now I'm just going to take the smaller ribbon that kind of matches, and I am going to tie that around the bottom and make a little scarf, and all I'm going to do is wrap it around and cross it over in the front. Now I'm going to add my face similar to what I done on the other one, except this time I'm using a bigger Sharpie. And this one, in my opinion, looks a lot better than the other one. This time I am using a light pink Sharpie to put the cheeks on. And then all I have to do is thread one of the little jute strings and run it through his hat, and this one is done. Okay, I made some more, and the faces, look at these. They are so pitiful, but I thought they needed something. And so I had this batting. It's just what I had on hand. You can use fur. You can stretch out a cotton ball. Whatever you want to do. I took batting and I cut a thin piece. And I'm just going to wrap it around the hat. And just glue it. And then when it gets to the end of where I started, cut it off. And then I'm done. Then, trying to help these little guys out, I added a button to the scarf, trying to just add some embellishments. I actually remembered that I had these snowflakes, so I added them, but it still don't help those faces. So I went another route, and I made faces with my Cameo. I just searched snowman face SVG, and then I think I went and got these from Etsy. I don't even know. And then I took a piece of fabric and I cut a split and then ripped it down to make a frayed rustic scarf. And then I am going to lay one of these on, and I'm going to do the hat just like I did with the ribbon, except I'm going to apply these faces to these instead of drawing them on myself. I just wanted to show you that before I glue the fabric hat down, I fold it up and then fold it up again. And then I fold it up and fold it up again because I lost it. But anyways, you fold it up and then fold it up again and then hold it down and tack it and glue it to that so that you have a rim instead of raw fabric. And I done this before I glued it on his little snowman body there. But other than that, it's the same as doing the ribbon one. I added embellishments and it's done. This is another way to do these, and in my opinion, these are super cute. If you don't have gloves or whatever and don't want to go that route, you just paint your block or your domino or whatever you have white. You don't have to worry about painting the top if you don't want to, because you're going to be painting that with black. So I'm going to take my black ink by Waverly and paint the top. I'm going to draw a line where I want these, where I want the black paint to start and stop or whatever. You can do these with marker if you want to. Those furniture markers from the Dollar Tree work really, really well for this, the black one. Or you can use a Sharpie to color it or whatever, or paint it. It's your choice. But these come out so cute and they're super easy. They're finished painted, and they're fully dry, and I can't talk, and I'm just going to glue my stick down across these. And I buy these sticks at Walmart, where the rest of the popsicle sticks and all that stuff are. They're just straight flat ones. I've showed them before, but anyways, they did come from Walmart. And then I am going to take my faces, and y'all know how I do the vinyl. Put it down, burnish it, and then, you know, go from there. So I'm going to put these faces on, and I'll be back. And they have faces. Now I'm just going to take this light pink paint, and I'm going to do this a different way. I am going to take a Q-tip, and I'm going to lightly go in this paint and get my Q-tip, drag it off, and then just make little pink circles. I realized I didn't do that one little guy before, so I'm doing it now. And I know this one has black cheeks anyway, but I'm just going to put pink over them because I think the pink is cuter. And, you know, look, it's so cute. They are so stinking cute. I love those faces. The faces I did, not so much, but these are cute. Now I'm going to take the little guys, and I'm just taking a piece of that scrap that I had pulled off, and I'm going to scrunch it and glue it down to the front of the snowman, wrap it around, and then I am going to snip it off, and then I'm going to scrunch it and glue it down. This just gives it a little character in the scarf, and I like it better than that big lump. I'm learning as I go, y'all. Learn as I go. Now I'm just going to tie a knot in this one, and then I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to glue that knot to the middle of that scarf. Now I'm just going to take one of my little snowflake embellishments, and y'all have collected these from Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, just a little bit of everywhere over the years. And I'm just going to glue one of those to his hat, and then I am going to take a string, and I'm just going to glue it to the back of this one, push it down, and then I'm going to add hot glue over top of it so I know it's not going anywhere. Then this little guy, you can add a string to him if you want to. I don't want a string on him because I'm actually going to put him in my tray. So I'm going to put his scarf on and add a little snowflake just like I did the other one. As you can see here, I glued the scarf down, and it looked really, really tall, and I did not like it. So I took the scarf off, and when I did, I realized that the glue blob was on there. So I went to sand it off, and then some of my paint was coming off. So I thought, well, I'm just going to distress this little guy. He's going on my tiered tray anyway. So I'm just going to take my little sander, and I'm going to distress him. And then I am going to put his scarf back on, up a little higher. And I think this one is my favorite. To me, it came out the cutest, probably because it was distressed, and that's what I like. So his hat looked a little plain, but he was really too little for, you know, a big snowflake or whatever. So I remembered I had these stickers from last year, and I cut one of the holly leaves and little berries off, or I took one off. I didn't cut it off, my bad. Took it off with tweezers. I don't know what I'm thinking sometimes. And I just add that to the top of his little hat. And that just made him even cuter, y'all. And I love this little guy. Here are my little snow people. I like the ones that I didn't draw the faces on, actually. But I still like them. They have character. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to become part of my YouTube family, and ring that bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And remember, You are a blessing.